Hello and welcome you all to the 270th meeting of Foodie Toastmasters Club. It gives me absolute pleasure to welcome you all to this wonderful gathering today. And today we are doing it online because there's been some logistical issue at the venue. So we will see what we will do upcoming week and thereon and build it from there on. A few ground rules before we start the meeting. Please keep your other noise making devices outside of the one that you're using right now on mute, silent, or switch it off. And be on video as long as you can, and be on mute as long as, unless you need to really speak. You can share on emojis or you can do the applause at the end of a speech so that there's no disturbances from any background at the house in the house. And we would refrain from being sensitive about taboo topics of sex, religion, and politics. We are not going to say don't use it at all, but be sensitive that it doesn't hurt or offend anyone in the room. And just to again reiterate, Toastmasters is a forum which is completely non-judgmental and enabling place where it's a safe space beyond judgment. And we are all here to make each other become better speakers and better leaders. And in that spirit, let's all give it up for all of us for making the choice to be here at this meeting. Can I have a round of applause? You can all unmute and give a round of applause for yourself. Thank you. Thank you. That's extremely encouraging. On that note, I'll be ready to welcome the presiding officer for today. She's the VP Education, someone whom I respect a lot in the TM fraternity, be it whatever priorities, she makes it a point to do her very best, stretches herself minimum is 100% when it comes to a commitment to Toastmasters, always guiding new leaders. She's grown fast and all that I can say is somebody who's a role model for me, at least when it comes to Toastmasters. Please put your hands together for presiding officer for today, distinguished Toastmaster Bhamati Pai.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun. You always introduce me in very wonderful ways. I don't know if I can actually stand up or measure up to it, but thank you so much. Uh, I would like to welcome everyone to the 270th meeting of Foodie Toastmasters Club. Thank you all for joining once again. Applause to ourselves. Well, today I would just like to touch upon a bit of leadership. Before that, let me introduce Toastmasters International. Well, Toastmasters International is a non-profit organization that was started by Ralph C. Smedley in 1924 in Santa Clara. Today, it's headquartered in Denver, Colorado. And the purpose with which this organization started was to help individuals become better communicators and leaders, effective leaders, I would say. And I joined Toastmasters to become better at communication, but ended up discovering leadership along the way when my mentor pushed me to take up club officer roles. And along the way, I realized that I could try out my hand at outside club roles as well. Because Toastmasters is one place which is a very safe learning space. In case you fail, your back is always covered by your leaders and your mentors. So I would request everyone to take up an opportunity. We have club officer roles open for the upcoming term. I urge you all to try your hand at it. And trust me, you are going to see a newer version of yourself, a better version of yourself. Because leadership doesn't just matter when it comes to a professional life, but how you handle situations at home also matter. And that is where your leadership stands out, I would say. On this opening thought, let me call upon, if we have any guests, I would like them to introduce themselves to a club, their name, and how they found out about our club and what they hope to achieve. Yes, Arun?
Yeah, just before we get there, I just want to make a couple of announcements and requests before we do that. The last couple of weeks, we have uh, been through a couple of unfortunate demises of relatives of our club members. So, if you can just have a minute of silence, Somesh's father and our president Yaska's mother, they passed away in the last couple of weeks. So, if you could just take a minute to mourn their loss, and then we get back with the meeting, that will be good, Pharmacy. And I will just keep count of the timer. Don't bother. You just You can moan in silence, closing your eyes for a minute. Thank you. Thank you. Back to you, Bob.
Thank you, Arun. Our deepest condolences for the family. I wasn't aware of this. Thank you for informing me about this. Um, I was asking if we have any guests and they would like to introduce themselves to the club with your name, how you found out about our club, and what do you plan to achieve by attending today's meeting. Anyone? Do we have guests? I
Uh,
see Shaurya Srivastava.
yeah, hi. My name is
Hi,
Roshan.
Roshan. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So my name is Roshan, and I had joined Toastmasters Club one of the meeting long back, like when I was doing my engineering from Pune. So that time we had visited from our debate club. We had visited Toastmasters Club. So that time I got to know about the club, and since it was very far, I could not go there regularly, and it's been almost 9 years since I have graduated from my college, and I was just looking to improve my communication skills and leadership skills. So a thought came to my mind to join the Toastmasters Club once again, and I recently shifted to Bangalore just 3 weeks back. So I was looking for the clubs nearby, and I'm also living in Hoodie, so that's how I got to know about this from Google. Yeah, so looking forward to learning and improving myself.
Thank you, Roshan. And please do keep coming back.
Sure.
Hello, good morning, guys. I'm Akshay Savedi from
Hi,
Pune.
Akshay. Can you come on video, Akshay? If you're okay. Yeah. You can turn on your video, please.
Hello,
Yeah. Hi, Akshay.
my name is Akshay. I'm from Pune. Um, This club refers to primarily I do love English and I mostly love English. So, to refer to this club, now I am working on my space technology. Private limited. I recently shifted to Bangalore.
Yeah, hi, Akshay. Thank you, but I couldn't hear very clearly whatever you said. But I see you're very passionate about joining the Toastmaster Club, attending the meeting when you're traveling. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Can we have the next guest introduce themselves? Shaurya. Yes, please, Shaurya. You can go ahead now.
Yeah, thank you. So, hello everybody. Good morning. I'm Shaurya Srivastav, and this is my second meeting. Last time, second meeting here at Toastmasters, and last time also I had come and I found it very, very fruitful and fun. And today also I joined, and I hope to join the Toastmasters Club so as to improve my communication skills, my leadership skills, and my and also to boost my self-confidence. And I hope I can achieve all this right over here with all of you under the right guardianship and mentor.
Thank you, Shaurya. Do we have any other guests?
Hi, this is
This
Smriti
is
here.
Nehal here.
Okay. We can have Smriti go first, and then Nehal, if you can come on video and introduce yourself.
Sure.
Yes,
So,
Smriti, go ahead, please.
yeah, my name is Smriti Mishra, and this is my second session. So, last time I had joined as a guest in person. So, I was looking for in-person meeting as well today, but yeah, seems like because of some circumstances, we were not able to. But yeah, definitely the reason of joining this meeting is that one, like I stay nearby, like I stay in Brigade Metropolis. So, this is the nearest one which I see that is available as a Toastmaster. I want to improve my communication. Definitely, I want to get into rigor in communication and then leadership and presenting in front of audience. So that is what I'm looking for, and definitely will try to continue once. Like I wanted to see a couple of sessions as a guest, and then I want to enroll as a member as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Smriti.
Mhm.
We will now go to Nehal. Nehal, you want to turn on your video and introduce yourself to the club, please?
This is Nehal Karigar from Goa, and exploring the club in Kerala. What is
I'm
my
sorry,
first
Nehal, but
meeting?
your audio is not very clear to me.
Okay, better now.
Yeah, better.
Okay. So I was saying, I stay near, Kiyapuram, and I was visiting the nearby clubs. So I visited Indiranagar, and this is my first time over here at the Hoodie Club. So the reason, for joining Toastmasters is basically to improve my public speaking skills and, deal with my stage fear. So yeah, those are the two main big reasons, along with my improving my communication skills. So hopefully I, plan to do that once I join.
Okay. Thank you, Nehal. Yes, you're most welcome to try out our club as a guest and then decide whether that fits your requirements or not. Moving on, I see 04013. If you can rename yourself, and I'm not sure if you're a guest or a member because you're not on video as well. 04013. Do we have any other guests?
Who could that be?
Oh, 04013 is Audiojit. Audio?
Yeah, that is my roll number for the classes which I've enrolled for. And today, given that I don't have classes, I thought of joining another meeting. And here I am. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces and also a lot of new faces in today's meeting. Looking forward to a great meeting.
Great, great.
Thank you so much.
Bhakti, you have your evaluator.
Okay. Thank you, Arun. Okay, Arijit, now you have the opportunity to be my evaluator. Okay, for those of you, I'll just introduce Arijit is a charter member of Foodie Toastmasters Club who was with us for almost 7 years, and last year he decided to leave us and join another community club. So Arijit has a habit, or like, shall I say, I'll call it a hobby of joining struggling clubs and helping them revive. So yes, he is now helping Speakers Den Club. We wish
It's
you all
not
the
a,
best,
no,
Arijit.
it's not a hobby, Bhamati. It's a noble cause, the case.
Yeah, he has dedicated his life for the cause of Toastmasters, Arun. That is what I tell him. Toastmasters is his girlfriend, life, everything. I see one more person, iPhone. Anyone, iPhone? If not, we'll like quickly jump in. I will jump into my Toastmaster of the Day role now, passing it on to my and see that they have unmuted. Yes, do you want to speak? iPhone.
Hi, myself Vittal. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, hi Vittal. I can hear you now. You want to rename yourself, Vittal, and come on video, please?
Okay, I'll do that later.
Okay.
So actually, before this, I was a member of Mysore Toastmaster, and because of my traveling and all, I couldn't join the Toastmaster every week. So that's the reason I left from there, and I was looking for the another Toastmaster club which is near to my place where I stay. So since I'm staying in here near Hoodie only, so I found Hoodie Toastmaster clubs. And my reason for joining Toastmasters is I wanted to improve my communication and leadership skill. So yeah, I would like to join and learn and grow along with the other Toastmasters.
Okay. Thank you so much, Vittal, for joining. Okay. We will now move ahead and start a meeting. For the guests, I will just introduce the format of Toastmaster meeting. We have three sections. The first section is a prepared speech section where members of the club prepare speeches as per the speech objectives and come and deliver it. They are evaluated by a speech evaluator. The second section of our meeting, the most interesting, as many people say, but dreaded one for at least for me, is the table topics section, where a table topic master will have some topics already decided. And when you pick up a topic, you have to speak on it impromptu. This is to help improve our on the feet thinking skills. And the last section, but the most important section of any Toastmasters meeting is the evaluation section, where we have a general evaluator who will help with evaluating the entire proceedings of our meeting and provide feedback to each and every role taker. Now, having said that, let me quickly call upon the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Manasa.
Hello, everyone. Good. Shall I start, Bhamati? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Toastmaster Manasa. You can start.
Yeah. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As the general evaluator, my role is to take care of overall conduct of the meeting, everything from how the meeting has been started and how our roles were performed, and the areas to highlight the areas where we did well and where we have to improve. I'll also be introduce the individual evaluators and providing my general report towards the end of the meeting. Before we begin, let me just introduce our tag team. First, our timer today, Jyoti. Jyoti Parmar is an experienced healthcare professional who is known for her strategic mindset, confidence, and results-driven approach, as well as her commitment to growth and excellence. She thrives in dynamic environments and brings strong determination to everything she pursues. I welcome Jyoti to just quick introduce about your role.
Thank you so much, Manasa, for the warm welcome. A very good morning to all my fellow Toastmasters, and I welcome the guest as well. I'm the timer for today's meeting. Tick tock, tick tock. We all have 24 hours in a day, and we know that we have to maintain and we have a to-do list in our bucket. So my job as a timer is to keep everyone on track so that we can utilize best of the time available for the respective speeches. So just like a well-oiled clock, I'll be using my trusty timer to give you golden cards. So let me introduce the cards first. So there is a green card, if you can see in the background, yellow card, and red card. So let me explain you which cards will be visible for which particular speeches at what time. So we have three sections. One is prepared speeches. For prepared speeches, the green card will be at 5 minute mark. Yellow card will appear at 6 minutes. just a friendly reminder to wrap up your speech, and red card at 7 minutes, a gentle reminder that it's time and time is running out, so wrap up your speech. This topic is table topic. So in today's session, table topic, we have green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minute, red card at 2 minutes. So please remember there is a 30 minute of grace period after red card so that you get extra little time to finish your thoughts. Now, for the evaluator's role, we have a timer of 2 minutes for green card, 2.5 minutes for yellow, and 3 minutes for red card. So remember, these are the concise evaluations so that you can keep it snappy. And as a timer, my role and goal is to engage and note down the time, and not a strict guardian, but yes, friendly guide, so that I can help everyone to stay within their allotted time and deliver their message. At the end of the session, I will share my report and explain you about the time which you have used for your respective speech. Just one point to add on, I forgot, which is for the icebreaker speeches. That for the first timer, the time for the icebreaker speeches would be 4 minutes for the green card, 5 minutes for red, sorry, 5 minutes for yellow, and 6 minutes for the red card. So that's all from my end. Handing over to Toastmaster of the day, Manasa.
Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you for the explaining about your role. Now we have our counter, Anju. Anju is an IT professional and sub-chapter lead. She is at the forefront of digital innovation in the pharmaceutical industry, where technology meets real-world impact. She brings clarity, purpose, and a problem-solving mindset to every challenge she takes on. Now I would like to call Anju and to explain about her role.
Thank you, Manasa, for the wonderful introduction. And hello, everybody. So I'm playing the role of a counter. Maybe for the new joiners, they might be wondering. It also rhymes with the word accounter, but But what I'm gonna do is to count the fillers which you are going to use, like as a to comfort our speech. Especially humans have this problem. Humans always seek for social validation, and also they seek for speech continuation, uh, and also to avoid any kind of social awkwardness. They use these words like like, and so these are the words which are used as fillers. I'll be helping you to count the number of times you have repeated these words. I myself do that a lot. So today I'm like helping to improve myself as well as you all speakers. I would like to stop this with a joke. See, this and like things are only done by humans. If you look at animals, they don't care. For example, have you ever heard a cat saying meow, or like a dog saying like bhav? They don't do that, right? Because they don't care that much. Like they're not conscious about their speech. So yes, I'll be here to help you out with the repeated words in your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Anju. Now, finally, our grammarian for today is Pranjali. Pranjali, she is from Pune. She is an electronics engineer. She enjoys running marathons and she loves literature. Her current favorite read is Guns, Gems, and Steel. Pranjali, could you please tell us more about your role?
Hi, I am the grammarian for the day, and you may be already familiar with my role if you have ever met somebody who's colloquially called a grammar Nazi in your daily lives. Except the only thing is, like here I am correcting your English, and you all have to listen to me. So I really enjoy my role. So basically, what my job is, it's listening to your speeches and paying attention to the grammatical structuring of your speeches and the way you're using your words. If any word could be replaced if you've dropped any words in the middle. Like I just keep track of all of these common errors and then I present my report at the end of the session. My second role is to keep track of the word of the day. So I believe that a word of the day has not been selected yet. If not, I have a word. So word of
Yes,
the
you can provide the word of the day, Pranjali. We don't have it yet.
Okay. Yeah. Word of the day is ignite. That has two meanings. One meaning is to light a fire or to set off a fire. And second meaning is to set off an emotion. So like you can ignite flame or you can ignite fury in somebody. You can ignite a spark of hope or different kinds of emotions which can be seen as sudden bursts of energy. They can be described as being ignited. So this is, I think, a word which you can incorporate into your speeches with a little bit of effort. So yeah, that's my role so far. Over to you.
Thank you for all our tag team members for those wonderful introductions to your roles. I will returning shortly for the evaluation of our prepared speeches and our tag team report. For now, I will be giving stage to TMOD, Bhamati. Bhamati?
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Manasa. Now, since I didn't prepare a theme of the day, I will continue talking about leadership a bit more. We will talk about leadership in Toastmasters only so that you people get motivated to take up some roles for the club officers. So anyone here can tell me all the club officer roles? Or does anyone at least know what role I do as a club officer?
So Bhamati, hi, Rahul here.
Hi, Rahul.
I understand, like I have seen your couple of meetings. I think my first meeting, you were the officer of that meeting. So what I understand, club member role is like he is responsible for the all organize and manage the meeting on a weekly basis. What we run from the behalf of Toastmaster and make sure the meeting should go properly and whatever people has been assigned for the role they should play their role properly. Okay, and you are the just a starter or we can say in point of this meeting, like you will be take care of everything, it should go smoothly. That's what I
Okay.
understand. Correct?
Okay, yes, I do that role, like finding role takers for meeting and getting the meeting scheduled. That role is called VP Education. So I am basically taking care of the Toastmasters education program, ensuring people give their speeches and progress in their paths so that we can file those awards. Thank you, Rahul. You did give the gist of the role, but yeah, the title of the role is VP Education at a club
Okay.
level. So we have.
Can you take this as a table topic?
Okay, thanks, Arun. Okay, I don't mind. So moving ahead.
No, right now, I'm happy to explain the rules
So
right away.
okay, fine. Okay, thanks, Arun. I will just hand it over to a table topic master. So today we will flip our agenda a little.
No, nothing like that. I'm saying I'll just now pitch in since you're on the topic of club officers. I will talk about the club officer roles for the benefit of a lot of our new members here. Yeah, since you asked that question
Arun.
as to.
I thought that's what I will do as Toastmaster of the day, but I will always
Go ahead.
appreciate
Please go
it.
ahead. Please go ahead. No, please go ahead.
If you are already volunteered, I will not take away the volunteering chance from you. So over to Toastmaster Arun Sriram to explain the club officer roles.
Okay, me and Bhamati, we will play Jugalbandi. We will take one role right now and go after. Okay. So I'll start with the role of the president. So fundamentally, there are 7 ExCom members or club officer roles that are available in Toastmasters at a club level. And each of these roles can also have an associate role depending on availability and volunteering. The first is the role of a president. The president is like a CEO of a club who is in charge for all the things that are happening at a club and be a face of the club to other clubs in the district and across the Toastmaster fraternity. He or she is one of the 2 members of a club who can vote in the district officers meeting that happens annually as well. In charge for setting up the club success plan along with the rest of the club officers. and anything that and fill in for any other club officer role that is a person not able to fill in for a particular period. Either make sure there's an associate who picks it up or pitch in as required. So pretty much a chief, like one of our ex Toastmaster of club says, chief everything officer rather than chief executive officer. So that's what a president does. And over to you, Bhamati, to explain the VP apart from being the organizer of a meeting. And then I'll take the next one.
Okay, so I'm not on mute. Okay, so apart from being organizing the meetings, the VP Education is also the second in line as a club officer. In case the president is unavailable, then the VP Education takes care of being the presiding officer of that meeting. And so the president, the VP Education, and the secretary are the base camp approvers. So when you say you completed a path and raise a request for approval, it comes to the three of us and we take care of it. But usually it's the VP Education who has to approve. And for the VP Education's approvals, the president takes care of it. And the president and the VP Education are part of the district council as well. They're part of the district executive council where they have voting rights to select the incoming officers of the district. Now, this includes the elections of the top three and the division directors. So you see, president and VP Education are very powerful roles, but they are also taking care of most of the club activities. Not taking away from the other club officer roles as such. Arun, do you want to take up the next role, or should I just explain because VP Education was very, very short?
No, I will possibly add on to the VP Education role as well, Bhamati.
Okay.
Yeah. So the VP Education ensures that every new member who joins a club is provided the right guidance to choose a pathway. So I think we now have 6 pathways in Toastmasters. So the VP Education provides the induction along with the VP membership to make sure that you have a smooth start in every journey that you take as a Toastmaster, as well as finding a mentor for you depending on your chase, your pursuit. And everyone is here to become a better public speaker, so that's a given. But besides that, we identify what pursuit you have in your life, in your career at this point in time, and where you want to rise and shine. And depending on the battery of mentors, senior members in the club, either within the club or even within the fraternity of Toastmasters, VP Education will ensure that you have somebody who's guiding you through your process of becoming a better Toastmaster, leader, and speaker. Back to you, Tom.
Now moving ahead to the next role, that is the secretary. Like I mentioned, secretary is also the base camp approver. The job of a secretary during a meeting is to take notes of all the important things that happened during a meeting, any announcements that were made, and any awards that were announced also. And they basically provide the minutes of the meeting. And this just not happens for the club meetings as such. When the district council meets, the area council or anything like that, the secretary also ensures that they keep minutes of a meeting and share any important data with the club if the president or the VP Education was not available for that particular meeting. And also when the ExCom meets, the secretary is supposed to keep minutes of meeting of those meetings as well. So the ExCom is the 7 club officers. When they meet, they have something called a ExCom meeting, and that's when they provide the minutes of meeting as well. Now, apart from this, the secretary also ensures that coordinates with the treasurer and the VP membership to ensure that the dues that are there for a membership fees reach Toastmasters International on time. They take care of any communications that need to happen with the Toastmasters International from the club side. Now, these are all the secretary responsibilities, I would say, at a club level. When it comes to the elections of the International Board of Directors, the secretary has a vote. And if they are not able to attend this meeting, they have to provide a proxy to any one of the district offices. So this is one more role that the secretary takes up. Arun, would you like to continue with the VP membership?
Sure. So VP membership is that role where once a guest is interested in joining the club, they will orient that particular guest into the club, enroll them, ensuring that they have a smooth enrollment process into the club. So they are the bridge from outside into the inside of the club. And the VP membership will also enable the meeting of the new member with VP education. The VP membership will explain the club fees and the Toastmaster pathway fees, etc., to the new member. And also, every once in a while, if there's any need for a transfer into or outside a club, they would be enabling that. And they are a constant touch point for any member, for any membership concerns that the member may have. VP membership could be a point of contact that they could reach apart from the mentor or any of the executive committee member. So a membership role, VP membership role is closely tied with the VP education in terms of introducing the new member there, closely tied with the treasurer role to make sure that they are the fees are explained clearly, and also with the VP public relation role, and that is something that Bhamati you can now explain.
So the treasurer, like already mentioned, works with the VP membership to ensure the fees or the membership dues are collected from all the members for every
Did you also lose Bhamati?
Yeah, I think
It is available now.
Yeah.
We just lost you for about 20 seconds, Bhamati. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think there's some network issue. I will just put my video on pause so that I have enough bandwidth. So, as I was saying, the treasurer ensures that all the members and they reach the Toastmasters International on time for renewal. They also work with the VP membership whenever we have a new member joining to collect the new member fees and the club fees from that particular member. Now, the treasurer is responsible for any event that happens in the club in terms of budgeting, whether we have enough money for food or like trophies that are to be given out during contests, any gifts that are given to the role takers. So the budgeting for all these things is done by the treasurer and always ensures that the club financial health is in good condition and alert the EXCOM if we need to conduct any event for raising our club fees. I mean, to ensure that if we can do something like a speech craft or anything else that brings in revenue towards the club. I think this covers or encompasses most of the things the treasurer does. Arun, please add on if I have left anything out. And over to you, Arun.
Sure. So treasurer also is in charge of keeping the accounts whenever it's asked for from the district, etc., as to the ins and outs of the money flow that happens in our club. And the treasurer plays an active role in understanding what should be a club fee. So over and above the Toastmaster fee, just to run the club every single week, either physically or in a hybrid model, what does it take in terms of spends, including all the way from the snacks to the Zoom fees to everything. So they help in determining what should be the half-yearly club fee that we should be charging a member. Moving on to the VPPR, the Public Relations Officer, this role is the marketing head for the club. The person is in charge of making sure that the club, whatever achievements that the club is making, is being announced to the rest of the district, rest of the division, recognizing members who have finished a particular level in a pathway, completed a pathway, introducing a new member to the club, like we had Anju's onboarding recently that was shared in the WhatsApp group. So welcoming and keeping the vibe up and running for the club and making sure that everything that's happening in the club that needs to be known to the rest of the fraternity is known. And they would also ensure that the website is up to speed, it has the current details, and they are in charge of the honey traps for the club is basically the VPPR. So they will ensure that it is good enough for people to even take a look at, like for some example, some people say this seems to be the nearest club, which is great. Some people say I have attended a club here before. I've seen what the club has achieved in the past. So I thought it will be worth checking what's happening. For example, ours is a club that has won the Golden Gavel, one of the highest recognitions as a club in the district level for 2 consecutive years, right? So once we publish these kind of things, any member of our club going on to win contests declaring our own contest results, etc. All of that is the VPPR thing. And as a skill, you will learn Canva as a VP Public Relations. And a very, very critical role to make sure that Hootie, the shine that Hootie provides is radiated to the rest of the world belongs to VPPR. Back to you, Bhavati, for the essay.
Now the sergeant at arms, we see this role almost every week during at the start of a meeting. So a sergeant at arms is not just in charge of opening the meeting and setting the ground rules for that particular meeting, but also ensuring that the club venue, meeting venue is booked, is ready, set up, and it also takes care of maintaining the properties of the club. So you would have seen that we displayed that golden gavel that we received last year, or any such club trophies, and also all the record keeping that we do in terms of the R counter book or the grammarian notebook. All these things are a club's physical properties. So the sergeant at arms is in charge of maintaining those physical properties and ensuring that it is available during the meeting time. And the sergeant at arms is also in charge of ensuring that there is a first person of contact when a guest arrives or a new member arrives. So yes, so that's the role of a sergeant at arms. With this, we've covered all the 7 club officer roles. Now I'll just proceed and we'll move into the meeting. We'll start with the prepared speech section. Our first speaker, before calling upon the first speaker, let me call upon the evaluator for the first speaker today. The evaluator is a tech professional who's seeking life beyond corporate chaos. With that, welcome Toastmaster Saurav to give the objectives of the speaker.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, my target speaker Nilesh will be delivering his icebreaker speech in the pathway, persuasive influence. Timer, please note it is a 4 to 6 minute speech. All the best to the speaker. Over to you, Bhavati.
Nilesh works as a software engineer and is very passionate about outdoor activities. He likes playing badminton, he likes trekking and participating in marathons. With the speech title, Building Blocks of My Life, Nilesh, Building Blocks of My Life.
Thank you, Bhamati Pai, for a great introduction. So, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Have you ever been to a place so untouched? It feels like time slows down. That's where I grew up. A small remote town called Dalting in Jharkhand, nestled on the bank of River Koyal and surrounded by lush green fields. It was truly a place of beauty. I had a peaceful childhood there. My siblings helped me in homework, and I had wonderful friends. We shared our wild dreams and innocent fantasies. My responsibilities were very simple. I have to get grades. Sorry, I have to get good grades and help my family. I still remember riding behind my father, carrying bag full of groceries, or walking with my mother, carrying bag of fresh vegetables. It was simple but very joyful life of mine. But my good grades brought a big change. Instead of staying in the comfort, I have to leave my home. It was my first time to be away from my family, and it's deeply saddened me. Uh, at first, I was visiting my home on every weekend, but eventually it was sorry, it was become less frequent due to imminent challenges comes during my process. I had always excelled in my schools, but now I was failing in my exams, test, as well as even open book ones. So I have to refocus, set my priorities, and push myself harder. Uh, During that time, I made a great friend, amazing friends who are not just like me chasing the dreams, but their parents' hopes too. We supported each other and sorry. So we supported each other and motivated ourselves. Eventually, I landed to a good job and it helped me to explore my freedom and and step into the life of adulthood. I explored many cities. Uh, I was like sipping cutting chai in the Mumbai with the bada pav in the street, as well as enjoying delicious dosas with filter coffee in Bangalore's cafe. Uh, it was also I tried to do some adventures where I was trekking in the Himalayas as well as scuba diving in Andamans. So with the paycheck, I got lot freedom and the independences. But that's the time my parents comes in and they put a very beautiful hurdles in my life, my marriage. With the marriage, I have to take a new role, new responsibility, and the one wonderful wonderful partner to share my parenthood. This is going to be a beautiful phase of my life. It was like reliving my childhood memories again. I was I was buying toys which was I was sometimes dreamt of. I was watching cartoons which was I liked in my childhood. It was a purely joyful while playing with my child in every evening or in the morning. Right. So now, if I remember the phase of my childhood, and while I sitting on the floor and building with my child, building blocks with my child's, a great sense of deja vu comes or kicks me in, and it reassure me that whatever the steps or the building blocks I'm making, it's for my life. It's the foundation stones for my beautiful future, not only for me but for my family. As I said, it's going to be a memorable future which I'm building today. So with this line, I'm just concluding my statement and thank you everyone for listening to me.
I request everyone to give a standing ovation as this is icebreaker.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nilesh. And just to let people know, so the first speech that is the icebreaker, and also the last speech which is which talks about the path completion speech is where we give standing ovation to our Toastmaster members. So kudos Nilesh on completing your icebreaker. Moving ahead to our next speaker. The evaluator for the second speech is a software engineer, has joined Toastmasters in the month of Jan, but has been actively taking up roles in most of the meetings, loves to cook and travel, and enjoys listening to music. Welcome Toastmaster Abhinaya to give away the speech objectives of Toastmaster Vignesh's speech.
Thank you, Bhamati. So today's speaker is Vignesh. He is giving second speech and a speech with purpose after his icebreaker speech. So his speech title is Press X to Restart. Timer, please note that timing will be 6 to 7 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinaya. Our second speaker today is a software professional with a deep passion for learning, traveling, and exploring new foods. He says that he is always eager to discover new destinations, experience diverse cultures, and dive into different cuisines. Welcoming Toastmaster Vignesh. Press X to restart. Press X to restart. Toastmaster Vignesh.
Hey, thanks Bhamati and Abhinaya for the introduction. Okay, I hope I'm able to hear, everyone able to hear me. So from the title only, you could have understood that what was my favorite movie in the year of 2023, which is none other than 12th Fail. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. Do you all remember the first time you were truly obsessed with something magical? For some, it may be performing a dance with a big crowd, or even performing a music in a big crowd, or winning a tournament in a sports. But for me, it has just happened during my 6th standard summer holidays at my aunt house. A new neighbor has just moved in from Chennai. One day he called me over saying, I want to show you something cool. I went into his house and stepped into a room. There I saw it, a mysterious grey box connected to a TV. He turned on and suddenly magic happened. Where a normal TV from a normal pixel, it has got into a power. The screen has transformed into another world. That was the first time I laid on a PlayStation. It felt like having a spaceship in a room. A magical grey box with the 2 arms called joystick that made me feel like I had a superpower. And it fascinated me like every kid had during that time. But today, a lot of people talking about gaming addiction, but we were lucky we could not afford a PlayStation. That limitation becomes a blessing for us. So what did I do? I played at the local corner shop in our area. I had to pay 5 rupees for every 30 minutes. So what did I learn from that 30 minutes? Trust me, that 30 minutes taught me more than life, than any textbook ever did. The PlayStation has taught me mainly patience. So we go with a group of people. So I had to patiently wait for my turn to come, and also have to observe like what are the failures they are making. So I have to not to make them, and also I have to strategize. So when my turns comes, how do I strategize so that I'm not making the same mistake, and also it also helped me to learning like persistence. When I last over, right, always it gives me a courage to press X to restart myself and try again. In life, we don't get a cheat code, but sometimes, but we get something better, the choice to restart. Whenever I struggle in my life and in my career, to ignite myself, I imagine holding a joystick and pressing X to restart, and every restart with reflection and courage to adapt to the next level. Now I want to take you all to the how Nilesh has taken us to the Himalayas. Similarly, I want to also take you to the Himalayas, but not in the real life, just in a story. There was a man who named called Raj, who was successful in his career and studies life. Like every parents want to see is in a movie, right? He was until his age 25. But post that something has struck him. He started a startup, being IITian, he started a startup, but his startup has shut down because of multiple other reasons, because of AA and other things. And his love life also was in ruin. But he constantly compared to some other successful cousin, like every parents does. He was tired and frustrated. So Raj decided to go to Himalayas to seek wisdom from a monk. So he went to the monk station, and then he met one of the master, and he said, I failed at everything. Please teach me something that works. Monk said nothing. Next morning, he handed Raj a pot and said that your job is to fetch water from the well and bring it to the temple without spilling a single drop. So Raj felt that, okay, this is a very easy task. I could do it. What master is trying to say. But Raj tried it for days, but each time some water could spill. So he annoyed and told the monk, see, I can't even do this. The monk smiled and pointed to the path Do you see the flower blooming on the side of the trials where the water has spilled? Even your failures have created a beauty. And also, Monk also suggested 2 more tips, like be a goldfish and a cockroach. Raj was questioned and blinked. Are you serious? What are you saying? Then, do you know what's special about goldfish? Monk asked. And Monk said, it has a memory span of just only 10 seconds. That makes the beauty of the goldfish. I don't want you to forget everything, but when you face a failure or forget the pain, right? Be a goldfish and start fresh. And Raj asked, what about the cockroach? The monk replied saying, you know what makes cockroach special? It has surveyed millions of years. Dinosaurs came in and went, even since it was existed millions years ago. And governments are spending money to save tigers, but not for the cockroaches. But nobody even bothered to save cockroaches, but they are still here. Why? Because of their adaptability. The cockroach could survive anything, be it cold, heat, flood, even your bathroom slippers as well. That day, Raj realized that he had been restarting again and again, but without a true change. A restart is not just an trying again, it is about learning, adapting, choosing a path. For me, my PlayStation was my personal monk. It just does not teach me to restart, but restart with reflection, learning, and adaptability. And in the recent, right, we have seen RCB has won the trophy. What makes RCB different than winning from other guys, right? You could see that CSK and Mumbai has won many times, but what makes RCB different? So they have lost for the last 18 years, but every season they have came back and pressing their X button and restarted. For the past 17 years, they didn't win. They were at the finals. They were not able to win them. So, but this time they had to strategize and reflect them, and they had made their success into their pathways. But if you look at it, right, when your failure is bigger, your success becomes bigger, grand. So my friends, when life knocks you down, and it will remember this: you are not end of the game. You're just on the pass screen. Pick your mental joystick, smile at the challenge, and press X to restart with reflection and adaptability to the next level. And also always remember, be a goldfish and be a cockroach. So because in life, every sunrise is a new restart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vignesh. It definitely left a message. I am now thinking, should I become a cockroach or should I be like a goldfish? But I will try to think over it and see which one I need to pick. But wonderful speech. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, the third speaker's evaluator. Now, he is a Toastmaster for the last 5.5 years, member across 3 clubs, and someone who believes thinking on your feet is a superpower. But to me, he is a person who has supported the club a lot and is always flexible to take up roles on the go. With that, Toastmaster Arun Sriram to give away the speech objectives of Toastmaster Bahamati's speech. Toastmaster Arun Sriram.
Thank you, Toastmaster today. The project statement objective is for the member to understand the different styles of communication and to identify his or her communication style. The second element is for the speaker to also express the impact of their communication style to other people in their teams, etc. Back to you, Deepam.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun. It is a little weird introducing myself. So I'll just move ahead and tell you all the speech title and start with it. So with the speech title, say it like you mean it. Say it like you mean it, Toastmaster Bahamati. Well, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Have you ever had a conversation with someone and walked away thinking, well, that didn't quite go as well as I expected? Anyone? Well, I definitely have been there. And not just once, but a lot of times. Once during a team project meeting, I thought I was being very efficient and clear, sticking to the agenda. I laid out a plan for that particular project, about all the deadlines, and kept moving, discussing what we need to do and also what should our backup plans be. When I walked out of the meeting, I thought it went great. I asked a teammate for feedback, and he said, "Don't you think you are being a little too blunt?" And that statement ignited my curiosity. Was I being blunt? Was it that I always thought I was being clear during meetings? Or was I just steamrolling the conversations? That's when I thought I should work on my communication style. And thanks to Toastmasters, I found my answer. Well, according to the Toastmasters communication style questionnaire, I fall under the direct category with a little dose of functional. Now, if I were to describe this in movie terms, I would say I'm like Devsena from Bahubali. Very strong, poised, always clear on what she wants. But remember how she stood her ground in the royal court, unflinching and calling out all the injustice that was done. Well, that is the essence of anyone who owns a direct style. Clear, confident, and unapologetically honest. And the functional side of me loves structure. I thrive on systems, plans, and order. Think of maybe Boman Irani's character, Viru Sahasra Buddhi Akka Virus. Yeah, that's how I plan. Minus the rigid mindset, of course. I love checklists, building timelines, and keeping everything under control. I'm that one person in my team who has backup plans for the backup plans. Now, together, these two communication styles mean that while I communicate with clarity and purpose, and I'm focused on results, but I'm not able to connect with the other person. While this this style brings some of my strengths out. I'm clear and concise. There is no room for guesswork. I am task oriented. I value action over discussions, and I am dependable. You can count on me. If you assign something to me, I will ensure I get it done. Now, these traits have helped me manage so many events, not just in Toastmasters, but also in my personal life. And I found that I'm able to complete most of my projects in office also very efficiently. But the blind spots are I'm not able to connect with people. I come off as sometimes cold, or maybe I come across as abrupting other people's. It's not because I don't care, but sometimes I would say I'm very, very focused on just getting things done. Now, at a recent family event, which we held for my sister, I was managing everything, just like Virus in Three Idiots for his daughter's marriage. I had checked off all the checklists, like the food was taken care, the vendors were in place, the mehendi vendor was there, everything done, and the schedule was just going on time. In my mind, I thought I was being very responsible and helpful for this event. But my sister, she pulled me aside and said, "Bhamati, you're doing everything, but not once have you asked me how I feel about this." Now that made me rethink again and was a moment of reflection. I realized that while people do ask for help, they don't want a customized solution, but they also want to feel connection. Now, that moment made me think that communication is not just about efficiency, it's also about being empathetic. Now, over the years, I've tried to start adjusting. I pause. I ask questions. If someone asks me to do something, I ask them questions on how they want it done. And I feel that when I actually listen and don't jump to solutions, it makes an impact. I have started slowing down in my conversations, especially when I'm talking to people like Kareena Kapoor's Geet from Jab We Met, who are very expressive and emotional and just want to be heard. I've also added started adding a little bit of small talk, maybe around the weather or what people did over the weekend or how they celebrated their festival or any important holidays, even though my inner virus is screaming, Bhamati, stay on agenda. But I have found that this makes a difference. Now, understanding your communication style is like discovering, I would say, your role in a movie. Now, whether you are that strong and purposeful person or insightful and curious person, but you should ensure that you own your style, but also learn to adjust it depending on who you're talking to or who you're connecting with. And like they say, true communication isn't about what you say the right way, but it is about being ensuring that the people you're speaking to feel heard and valued. And trust me, when you master that, you're no longer just a speaker on stage, but you're also becoming a better communicator. Have you ever thought, what is your communication style? Have you felt that you need to probably tweak it a little bit? So I would ask you guys, do you want to remain just a speaker or be a better communicator in your life? Thank you. With that, we have come to the end of the first session of Toastmasters meeting. Moving on to the table topic session, I would now call upon our table topic master for today, Toastmaster Arun Sriram.
Thank you, DTM Bhamati. The table topics is a very interesting section in our Toastmasters meeting where the members are encouraged to think on their feet and come to the stage and give a speech with barely 5 to 10 seconds to prepare for a title and give a 1 to 2 minute speech. This encourages people, especially in office meetings when you're expected to suddenly act intelligent. And even if you are not paying attention in a meeting, how do you ask the most generic yet intelligent questions just to show that you are part of the meeting and you're very attentive? This is that hack, table topics. On that note, this section is something where even the guests can participate. So you can make your first foray into public speaking, impromptu speaking, and we'll start with a member and then we'll perhaps then go to the guest so that the guests get a little bit of understanding of how to play this. So I will call the person on the virtual stage first. You can volunteer whomsoever wants to go. Any member of the club can choose to. If you have not taken a role, that's great. Otherwise, it's fine as well. Any one of you can volunteer. I'll give you a speech topic, and then we'll keep it going. Maybe we'll do 4 or 5 table topics before we wrap the session up. So any member of the club who wants to volunteer first, you can put your hand up or just call out your name. Pranjali, you want to go? Cool. Okay. Okay, I'll just go to Pranjali first. I'll come to you, Anju. So Pranjali, the topic for you and the timer, please note 1 to 2 minutes, 1 green card, 1.5 minutes yellow card. You've already mentioned this, and 2 minutes is for the red card, and a 30-second grace time. Pranjali, your topic is your source of leadership from nature. Lessons from nature in terms of leadership. That's your topic.
Just a second, let me write that down.
Yeah.
I'm just making notes, so okay. Right. My source of leadership from nature. Generally, when I start taking examples from nature, at least in my family, I've always been taught to help an example of like a saint Datta, who basically he was famous for having like observed 22 aspects of like 21 different aspects of nature, and he just kept drawing out the experiences from each of them. Like he would observe a bee, and then he would say you should not stay fixated on one thing, you should like embrace all experiences as part of life. So that is sort of the attitude I think I like to sorry if I'm not making complete sense with this, but when I try to observe leadership in nature, I guess, I mean, I think it depends more on the observer than it does on the observed object. Anybody can look at a bee and say that, okay, that's a bee, it's collecting honey. Somebody can look at a bee and say that, okay, the bee is bouncing from flower to flower. Somebody can look at a bee and say that we need a matriarchal society because like the male bees all die. So it's something like that. I think when you're looking at sources of leadership, really it all depends on the eye of the beholder, perhaps. Maybe like it depends on what lesson, whatever lesson you have in your head. You look at the object in front of you and you think, this is speaking to me exactly what I am already thinking. So then it's sort of, I've just seen a lot of people observe things and say, oh, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, something like that. Perhaps not the best topic. But yeah,
It's
that's
fine. Was it eyes of the beholder or eyes of the beholder, Pandemic?
Yes. I'm going to release my army of bees soon.
Okay. Any guest who wants to take the next topic? And I'll come to you, Anju, after this topic. Yeah. Any guest? Okay, Shaurya. Over to you. So the topic for you, Shaurya, is one person outside of political circles whom you would consider closest to being a role model. One person outside of political circles whom you would consider to be closest to being a role model. Over to you.
It can be anybody, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Okay, so if you ask me, there are many people who have played an important role in my life, but I mean, how can I forget my mom and my dad? Because they have been the biggest inspiration for me. They have always pushed me, to go beyond my limits. So honestly, I feel that there's nobody who can replace them, because actually, if you ask me, I've always been I've always been in my comfort zone, and I'm only just 18 years old now. But and this is like, now I'm stepping into a whole new world, and ultimately at one point of time, like very soon, I'm gonna be working in a corporate environment, like where I'll have to actually face, you know like where I actually have to face, the harsh and the real reality of it. So, and that is and that is exactly what my parents are training me. That is exactly what my parents are training me to do, right? And the thing is that I have always been a backbencher. I have never, I never wanted to participate in anything, but it's always them, who keep pushing me forward and just say, just do it, do it. Whatever happens, it's okay. We're not gonna judge you. Just be yourself and just work accordingly. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaurya. Thank you. That ignited a lot of love in a lot of us fans. Thank you for that. Now coming to Anju. Anju, the topic for you is the most unpopular decision that you have taken as a leader in your office. The most unpopular decision you have taken as a leader.
Unpopular.
Yes.
Unpopular decision. Okay. Just give me a second to think about it. Yeah. Okay. First of all, thank you for this opportunity to speak about the most unpopular decision I have taken in my leadership role. Recently, I have asked to give feedback about a couple of employees whom I never worked with, because it was my new organization, and these people were doing the evaluation for the previous year. It was a very difficult decision for me because I knew them for like 15 days or so, and then how do I evaluate their performance for last year? But however, I came up with a smart, or you can say unpopular decision. I asked them, would you like more on your bonus, or would you like your monthly increment? Which one is more important to you? I got very interesting responses from them. Some of them wanted to buy a car, or some of them wanted to contribute for their house. So those guys chose for their bonus, and some of them wanted to quit their jobs. Obviously, they said, give me the monthly raise. So it was quite unpopular that we don't usually ask the employees what they want and what is their choice. The bonus amount or uh, the increments are usually decided from the management, but I was quite new in that role, and I didn't had enough time to judge them. So I have done this very unpopular decision in my leadership role. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And you're unpopular and unconventional. Well done. Who's going next? I would want a guest to volunteer. I know, Mansa, you put your hand up, but is there a guest who wants to go? Can you just
I
shout
see
out?
Akshay has raised his hand.
Is it? Okay, cool. Akshay? Akshay, are you there? Can you come on video, please? Okay.
Yes, I'm here. I'm audible.
You are, but you seem to be in a place where it's slightly noisy, Akshay. Not sure if you can hear it clearly. There's a lot of background. Are you outside?
I'm outside.
Yeah, so it would not be very ideal, actually. Sorry about that. I'll go with Manasa. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Manasa, the topic for you is big decisions are made from the heart. Agree or disagree? Big decisions are made from the heart. Agree or disagree?
Are made from the
Heart.
heart. Oh, thank you for this topic. Uh, See, I would say the big decisions will be we can make from the heart as well as the mind, but that is depend upon the situation. The if we were there in our personal life, so we can just think about from the heart and we can make the decisions. If it comes to the professional life, that's something different. So. We cannot go everything from the heart. We cannot express ourselves everything from the heart. We have to think about from mind and we have to explore the things in the corporate field. So if you could ask me the big decisions to go with the heart would be good or bad, that is depend upon the situations. I would say people should not go everything from the heart. They should also think from the mind.
Thank you. Thank you, Mansa.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Last one. Who wants to go for it? Rahul. Yeah, I'm coming to you. Rahul, the topic for you is the biggest decision that you regret. The biggest decision that you regret having taken. Over to
Thanks, Arun. Uh, Give me some seconds to think. There is a one recall from my school life. So I was in 11th standard and I was the caution captain to like lead the entire school in the early morning, just to run the entire school roll calls and songs of the Vandana and all these should run properly. So I was just new captain in that, and earlier in those days, like I had an issue with the stammering. So, and I was just face those issue whenever I get scared. So I face those issues that time. So there was some performance while doing the caution captain, like roll call, where you have to call roll number 1, 2, 3 till 60. So I was not able to speak properly because of ScareNet. For after 24 to 25, I get stammer. And in front of near about 300, 400 people were there, students were there. So anyhow, someone just motivated me from the back end. And same day, seniors came and told me like, from tomorrow onwards, we don't want to see you on the stage. Okay. Entire night, I was like thinking what to do, what not to do. I did a practice, but I thought like I am well prepared. So next day, I told to myself I will not go, because if I will go, they will like teach me some lessons. But it was not bad from my inside. There was a sound was coming like whatever you are doing, it's good. You have to do again. Yeah, but that decisions I supposed to take on the next day only, but because of that scareness of these senior peoples, I didn't went because I was in 11th standard. But then I told to my mom, this was like happen in the school, what to do. My mom said like whatever comes, whatever people will say, not to go forward, you do opposite of that. Listen your heart and do it. Then third day I decided to do the same thing, because next day when they said like we don't want to see you in the next day, I taken like absent from the school. Third day I went on the stage. I was present, I have given my present, and those guys like 4 5 12 standard seniors, they were there, they saw me, but no one's given a guts to like stop me. I stand on the stage and I have completed my entire caution captain roll call uh, on the stage. And after that when I completed, there was like energy of the completion, that role without any stammering, without losing any words. That's bring energy in me. From that day to now, I never listen if anyone try to like degrade me. So yeah, I should take a immediate decision from my side. I should go to the next day. That like regret me a lot, but yet I have recovered in the next 2-3 days. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you so
Over to
much,
you.
Rahul. Thank you. This vulnerability is what we really appreciate in leadership, and thanks for being courageous and bold. Thank you so much appreciated. And that brings an end to the table topic session. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did presenting it to you all. Back to you, team of Baba.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arun. Now, before we move on to the evaluation section, I just want to wrap up on the Toastmasters experience that we had. Now, I understand that some of you might be a little hesitant, thinking it would be my first time. I would just want to again recall, and from my journey, I will tell you one thing. The day I joined Toastmasters was February, and which means we were already into mid of the term. From Jan to June is the first term for club officers, and then July to December is the second term. So we were already started in the term, but because the club didn't have an active sergeant at arms, I was told that I can take it up. And I thought, why not? Because I felt that it was an easy role. It was a corporate club, and the meetings were meeting venue was not to be booked because it was a hall which we used to just occupy. The club didn't have that many accessories except for the timer card and the gavel, and it was very easy. So I said, like, why not? I went for that role, and the second term when it started, the club was just down to 8 members. And as you know, there are 7 roles for XCOM. So every club office, I mean, every club member was made a default officer. And I, luckily or unluckily, I feel luckily today, but then I thought unluckily, I became the VP education. So imagine someone new to Toastmasters becoming the VP education of a club that's struggling to survive. But I tell you one thing, my learning curve was very steep. And because I stood up and took on that role, and I managed to keep the club surviving till the end of my term, and also brought in 3 new members, I felt that I had learned a lot. So in a club, it's not just the person who takes up that role who has to do that role entirely. There are people who will come and help you. We have our senior Toastmasters who will come and help you. There are district officers who will stand behind your back whenever you need any help. So there are a lot of people who are there to help and support you. So don't think that you are going to be alone once you take up the role. With that, I will now call upon our general evaluator to take us through the evaluation session. Toastmaster Manasa, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhamati. Let's now proceed to the evaluation of our prepared speeches.
Each speaker will be evaluating by a fellow Toastmaster who will be providing the constructive feedback and recommendations. Our first evaluator is TM Saurabh, who will be evaluating TM Nilesh's speech. Over to you, Saurabh.
Yeah. Thank you, General Evaluator Manasa. And congratulations, Nilesh, on delivering your icebreaker speech. It's like taking us a nostalgic journey through your life from days of your childhood in a quaint town in Jharkhand to challenges in higher studies and to present day joys of parenthood and even self-discovery. So what went well, I felt, is a clarity. It was a relatable storytelling. Your speech has an emotional connect, like from helping your siblings with homework, riding with groceries, to excelling in school and then facing challenges in colleges. And then you openly shared a striking contrast, like excelling in school but still failing in exams, even open book ones. So another area which I felt went well is audience awareness and interest. You made an effort to relate personal experiences that we all connect with, like family duties, academic pressures, parenting. Uh, the stories were all felt inclusive. And with respect to comfort levels, even though it was a first speech, you appeared confident and composed. Their sense of ease in sharing personal stories. What could have been improved is that vocal variety and process. Since you had a very good story, but there were moments that deserved vocal emphasis, such as failure in exam or the exciting way of scuba diving. Adding pauses or changes in pitch would have helped. And then it's a little bit of gestures and body language. I know it's an online, so not much possible, but still you could have added a little bit of gestures and body languages that would have enhanced or taken your speech to the next level. And I felt a little bit of improvement could have done in the structure and transition also. So some parts felt like a list of memories rather than a flowing narrative. Like could have benefited from linking these events together with emotional transitions, etc. So yeah, that's overall. But overall, I could relate it because I am also from a small town in West Bengal, and really I liked it. And all the best for your future speeches. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Saurabh. Now, our second evaluator is TM Abhinaya, who will be evaluating TM Vignesh's speech. TM Abhinaya, could you please? Hello?
Thank you, Manasa.
Yeah.
Restart. Even the best games have checkpoints. So, Vignesh, you kickstarted your speech well with your question and given pauses to allow audience to grasp what you have spoken. And the content was well constructed and engaging and supported the purpose of the speech. The specific purpose was clear and effectively met the general thing. Now, for some suggestions to work on vocal variety, and you can deeply focus on 2 to 3 connected metaphors for greater impact. And your speech was purely nostalgic, and it took me to my childhood days where we go to internet cafe and play the games, video games. And it really ignited me to play video games again. Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed your speech, and I'm looking forward to see your future speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhinaya. Now, our third evaluator is TM Arun, who will be evaluating TM Bhamati's speech. Over to you, Arun.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Firstly, the objective for the project that DTM Bhamati went with, which is to understand her communication style and identify that and talk about it, and also express the impact of her communication style on others. She has passed the project objectives in flying colors. It was great to see Bhamati get to the topic or the central theme of it really quick. It wasn't mired with a lot of analogies and building a context, building a hoopla, and then reaching it, quoting some unnecessary famous quotes, etc. None of those tropes were used by Bhamati. Therefore, Bhamati, I appreciate it as the key to the real cheer for it. And secondly, A good speech is one where we mix a concept, a theme with a personal story. And in your case, you spoke about the office meeting where you felt it went well, but actually it didn't, and the realization that you got. Secondly, you also spoke about all the planning that you did for a family event. So when you mix a proper concept or the theme that you want to talk about with a personal story, it resonates with the audience and we are far more glued to it than making it sound like an abstract piece of fiction from somewhere else. It really lends authenticity to what we are speaking. It ignites our brains to think about how we can embellish our speeches with personal stories. So thank you very much for that. Uh, and the other objective of understanding what impact it has on the other people, like when you said your sister told you that you didn't bother about how she felt about the entire thing and you thought that you were doing everything, which is pretty much how communication works. We think we are extremely clear. We don't close the loop in very many different cases. We feel we have done everything. For example, club offices, we have now talked about it. I really hope it resonates with people that everybody can be a club officer and they volunteering to become club officers is actually closing the loop for us in terms of our communication effectiveness. So thank you for that. If I were to identify a couple of, or maybe one area for improvement would be certain pauses for dramatic effect. Going back to the example of your sister telling you that, did you even know what it meant for me? Did you know that? Did you check with me if I liked it or not? You could have repeated it, paused, and said, okay, that hit a raw nerve. That's something I didn't think about. So if you give that little bit of pause or impact, it would lend a lot more gravity to that situation that we could relate to. Besides that, the structure is something that you nailed. The message was nailed. Whether you could have added a lot more drama, I am not a fan of it, Bhamati, and I know your way of speaking, and I know that you add it when you have to add it. So I'm not going to comment that that's something that this specific project needed. Overall, a wonderful speech. Always looking forward to hearing more from you, Bhamati. Back to Generally Valuable.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you to all our evaluators to your insightful feedback. Let's now hear from our tag team. Timer Jyoti, could you please share your timing report?
Yes, sure. So, fellow Toastmaster, this was my report, and this is my first report as a timer role, and I believe I would have done justice. So, let's start with the prepared speeches. So, TM Nilesh had his icebreaker, and I was just the marathon and the building block of life which he had explained within 5 seconds it was good. So 5 seconds was a timer. TM Vignesh has taken 7 minutes 50 seconds. So yes, but the positive point here is he doesn't have to pay 5 rupees for 30 minutes here. TM Bhamati, she has taken 6 minutes 41 seconds with the ignited series of Bollywood characters. Now talk about the table topics. TM Pranjali, she has taken 1 minute 44 seconds. TM guest Shaurya, he has taken 1 minute 39 seconds with his role model explanation. TM Anju has taken 1 minute 50 seconds. TM Manasa has taken 57 seconds. So that was coming from her heart, I believe, the 57 second of time. TM Rahul has taken 3 minutes 16 seconds, but the feeling which he ignited by his journey, it's so happy to see your healing, TM Rahul. Now let's talk about the evaluation. TM Saurav Ghosh has taken 2 minutes 15 seconds. The sweet and crisp evaluation of TM Abhinaya is 59 seconds, and TM Arun Shriram has taken 3 minutes 2 seconds. And I mean, for the TM Arun, I just sorry to raise the green card at 1 minute because I was thinking that this is the table topic. But yeah, you took only three minutes to complete your evaluation. So that's all about my report from the timer side.
Thank you, Jyoti. Now, coming to our counter, Anju, could you please share your counter report?
Hello, everybody. A warm toast to all the Toastmasters who ignited intriguing discussions today. To start with, Nilesh. See, I myself saying I'm the worst counter ever. So he has taken 5+ hours, and he was one of he had some tactics like coughing. So I don't know which was like or it was a or his throat was really bad. So that also I counted as 5. So um, excuse me if that was not an Coming to Vignesh, who spoke about press X to restart. So it was quite inspiring, and there were 3 hours, 2 so. Yeah, that's about Vignesh. Coming to Bhamati, Bhamati has Bhamati being the perfectionist. I could not find any or so in her initial speech, but there was one later when she was giving another speech. So I would like to be in your project because you always have the backup plan for the backup plan. So she being the perfectionist, there is no or like. Then coming to Pranjali, she had 2 hours, 1 and 2 likes in her table topic, which is nature inspired leadership. Coming to Shaurya, Shaurya had 1 there were like 3 times. So then coming to the next table topic was mine. I think I was blabbering all kind of uhs and there. Coming to Manasa, there were 5+ ifs, 2 1 so, and Rahul had 6+ so, 5 like, and 2 Yeah, this is what. And then coming to evaluators, Saurabh, who was the evaluator of Nilesh, he had 1 and 1 2 times. Then Abhinaya had 3 1 Then again coming to Arun, who was evaluator of Bhamati, I could not find any mistakes in him. These people are so great. Thank you.
Thank you, Anju. Now, our grammarian Pranjali, could you please share your report, including the use of the word of the day, ignite?
So the word of the day was ignite. And I think most people, along with myself, we did not use it. But Arun used it twice. And I think Jyoti, you used it once. So thank you all for using this word that, even I also selected it last minute. So I didn't think about how it would work in a speech. But still, you managed to use it very nicely. And yeah, I actually was facing the same problem as Anju. I was thinking, is my audio maybe not working so well, so I can't catch any grammatical errors, or just like, are the speakers just that good? Where like, the entirety of Bhamati's page, I like, you can see it, it's just blank. I just left it blank because I'm like, some error will come, some error will come. There's no errors. Like that, and of course, Arun as well. There's just no errors in so many speeches. Like, fantastic job all of you. Like, on a whole, there are very few errors that I've captured, and there is at least actually one error I want to discuss, because I feel like a lot of people who have spoken today, they have tried to refer to past incidents. Like, a significant portion of their speech has been, I was a child, I was living in such a manner, then I grew up. It's all in past tense. And while they're in past tense, suddenly they'll jump into present tense. Like, let me just see. Or somebody who was called by a name, they will become they are being called by a name. Like, if you are talking about a past tense, a paragraph, you should say in past tense throughout all of it. Or like, if something happened and it was a sad event, it should not be it is a sad event. It may still be sad, but the sandwich which is surrounding it, it's all in the past tense, right? That sentence should also be in the past tense. So that's just one thing that I've noticed. A couple of things like that. Ki if somebody says, my parents had come, then oh no, my parents comes, some like they had said, it should be my parents came. Some minor, I feel you guys should be focusing on tense more. There's actually a small exercise I used to teach this, so I recommend to people, and combining with some advice that a Toastmaster here has given me, that you should record your speeches or maybe write them down, and then look back at them and just check whether all your sentences are staying in the same tense in one stretch or in one paragraph. Especially if you're talking about a event that happened in your past, when you know that this is going to be a problem that you may face, then I would advise a lot of people, you like, I think 3 or 4 people, you've all had the same error, you might focus on this. You could focus on this. So yeah, that's the only critique I have today. Great job, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, Pranjali. Thank you to all our role players today. Now, for my general evaluation for today's meeting is, the meeting started at 10:06 a.m. and it flowed smoothly. All speakers well prepared and delivered strong speeches. The Toastmaster of the day, Bhamati, kept the meeting engaging on schedule. And the areas of improvement is like, a few roles went slightly over time. Let's be mindful on that. And reminder to always use the word of the day if possible, whenever it is, if possible, whenever we can able to use, please use the word of the day. And the great to know the roles that are available in Hoodies Club. It's very helpful and useful for those who recently joined in our club. I hope that everyone come forward and takes the roles in terms of the club success in the upcoming program year. And about the table topics, the table topics were a hit, sparking engaging discussions and curious participation from our guests and Toastmasters, and adding valuable insights of the conversation. I just wanted to say, since we are doing an online session, so the whomever has taken the role or even the guest, whenever they wanted to speak, like whenever that particular role has come, they wanted to speak, please switch on the video and just explain about your role, or if you wanted to explain the evaluation or the table topics or whatever it may be, just switch on the video and you can just speak. Then that will be more comfortable and more impact the way you are explaining the speech, and the people also will connect very easily. And apart from that, yes, overall it was a well organized meeting, and it's great to see everyone participating enthusiastically. Let's keep the spark ignited and maintain the momentum. With that, I hand the control back to the Toastmaster of the day, Bhamati. Over to you, Bhamati.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manasa, for a wonderful evaluation of our club's meeting today. I just quickly want to point out that I have posted the link for today's meeting in the chat and also in the WhatsApp group. So please fill it up. And while you are filling it up, I just want to add one more point which might ignite your interest in taking up the role, club officer role. So the highest award that Toastmaster gives is the Distinguished Toastmaster Award. And guess what? 1 year as club officer is a mandate to achieve this award. So guys, please ensure that you nominate and try to take up a role. And while I'm saying that, associate roles don't count. It's only the club officer roles that matter for this award. So hope I have given you an incentive to apply now. And with that, I'm just waiting for the polls to be filled up. In the meantime, let us get the feedback from our guests. If they have any feedback, any guests would like to talk about their experience today and any feedback on how we can improve? Anyone? Yes, Shaurya, please go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, this is my second time here, and I'm really happy to be a and uh, honestly, I do not think that any changes or any improvements have to be made because everything is going well planned, it's going smoothly, and the guests, like as far as me, as far as I'm concerned, I feel a lot comfortable over here with all of you, and I just hope to, and I just hope that my learning curve, increases. I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Shaurya. Thank you so much. Any other guests would like to go ahead? Okay, Nilesh, I see you raised your hand. Yes.
Sorry, I was not a guest. I just wanted to give one feedback that many of times the role takers or something we decide at the moment impromptu. It's good that they are coming, but sometimes, um, as you are explaining the different roles, we already have the VP or relations. We can push because we have a group WhatsApp chat. We can nominate voluntarily or ask them, reach out to them. That could also smoothen the process for a few of the things like word of the day or the theme of the day. Those are kind of a thing, if had been got earlier, will be much beneficial.
Thank you, Nilesh. Noted. I see we have 15 people in the meeting. I've received only 10 responses so far. Anyone else want to give feedback? Otherwise, I'll just proceed with announcing the results of today's meeting.
Mamati, I'll just go with one final plea. There are a lot of new members in this meeting. So, I mean, new as in last 2-3 months people have joined. Please don't miss this opportunity to make Foodie more and more successful, right? Uh, Please put your hand up. We are all here to support you. All of us want Foodie to win. And we would love to have more people actively participating in making Foodie more and more successful every passing year. And the first, it's a 6-month XCOM term. If you choose to be in the first half, you get to write the club success plan, set the charter for the next 1 year for the club. It's an amazing opportunity. Leadership is not about control, but it's about influence. And nothing that I have seen in my life makes you a better leader through influence as Toastmasters does. Please don't miss this opportunity. It's a golden opportunity and it comes free of cost. Don't underestimate it only because it's free of cost. As in, Pranjali, don't have your eyebrows go up. The membership still continues. So just that the leadership application is free of cost, right? And please don't miss this opportunity. Sometimes when things come free of cost, it feels less valuable. But trust me, it's like oxygen. It's free of cost, but extremely invaluable. Okay, on that note, back to you, Tom.
Yeah, thanks, Arun. And like Arun said, so if you're a leader in an organization, the people reporting to you are forced to listen to you because they are getting paid to do that. Toastmasters, it's not like that. So if you're able to influence people to follow you, that means you're truly, truly an effective leader. So don't miss this opportunity. With that said, like I'll now jump into results of today's meeting. We have 13 responses so far, so we are good. And okay, we will start with the best role taker. The best role taker for today is Toastmaster Manasa. So we don't have the ribbons, but please ensure that you collect the ribbons from me in the next meeting when we meet in person. Congratulations, Toastmaster Manasa. The best auxiliary role taker is our grammarian for today, Toastmaster Pranjali. Everyone can unmute at this point of time so we can hear your applause, guys. The best speaker for today is, okay, I will giving the award to myself. Thank you everyone who voted for me, is Toastmaster Bhamati. The best speech evaluator today is Toastmaster Arun Sriram. The best table topic speaker. Okay, there is a tie between 3 people. Okay, and the 3 people are Toastmaster Manasa, our guest Shaurya, and Toastmaster Pranjali. a tie between three people. I've never seen this happen. First time in Hoodie's history. And on the scale, rating the meeting on scale, I see that we've been rated mostly in the range of 7 to 10. So yes, I did hear a couple of feedbacks. So, and I've also seen 2 feedbacks in the responses here. Thank you, everyone who provided the feedback. We will work on this and hope to see you all in the next meeting. With that, I officially close the meeting number 270. In case you have any questions on the club officer roles, please do reach out to me or Arun or any of our ExCom officers, and we will help you understand the role a little better. And as already mentioned, we are here to support you. So please do take a chance. I would call it a learning opportunity, actually. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bhamati.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.